you're thinking about moving to Virginia's beautiful mountains and valleys in towns like Staunton, Virginia. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you what kind of home you can expect to purchase for $600,000. And hang around to the end of the video because you never know what surprises might come along the way. And we're going to get started right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Virginia's beautiful mountains and valleys, from where to eat, where to sleep, and where to play, then click on that subscribe button and touch that bell icon so you can be the first to be notified about all the real estate market in Virginia. Hi, my name is Staunton Virginia, along with my wife and partner Leslie, and we get phone calls and emails every day from folks just like you who are looking to make a move to Virginia. We absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days or whenever that is, just pick up the phone and give us a call. Shoot us a text, send us an email. That information's all in the description down below, and we'll be happy to help you make your move to Virginia as smooth as possible. So as I mentioned, we're in Staunton, Virginia today, and I'm here to share with you what kind of a house you can expect to purchase for around the $600,000 range. But before we do that, before I go and show you some of those houses, I just kind of wanted to show you here Hotel 24 South. In Staunton, Virginia, which is, I'll turn this way, right behind me, formerly known as the Stonewall Jackson Hotel. It was built in 1924 and it was renovated multiple times, and those renovations culminated in 2018 with a property that is beautiful and very grand inside. Turning this way because there's another great restaurant over there. You might see the sign on the wall that says White Star Mills, and there's actually the Mill Street Grill there. Fantastic place to eat. If you're ever in town, if you live here, you definitely got to go and experience the Mill Street Grill. So that being said, I also want to go ahead and I want to look real quick back up the street here because there's a couple other things I want to show you before we get out into that first neighborhood. And one of those is, like I say, this is the front of the hotel, and the next building over that you see is the Blackfriars Playhouse. And that particular playhouse was modeled after William Shakespeare's Globe Theater. And Leslie and I had the opportunity there at Christmas time to go and to take in A Christmas Carol, which they put on every year, and it was fantastic. And also, I recommend you go on one of the nights when the actors stay afterwards, and they tell you a little bit about how they act in the play and their careers and things like that. Very interesting. Another thing you'll see here as well is Mary Baldwin College on top of the hill here in Staunton, and just a really neat place here in Staunton. So, but that being said, enough of that. Let's go ahead and let's get you into the first place and show you the first home that you could buy for $600,000. So the first house we wanted to show you is currently on the market, but it's in the Baldwin Place neighborhood. And the Baldwin Place neighborhood is just a really neat neighborhood. We're actually at the side of this house. We're going to walk in the front of it here in a second, but I want to show you a little bit about the neighborhood here first. And the neighborhood itself, all the houses in here are a Williamsburg style architecture. And so that being said, most of them have like wood shingles. A lot of them even have like the house across the way here, if you can see it, it has a copper downspouts and copper guttering, things like that. So just flashing, just kind of some really neat stuff in this particular neighborhood. One of the other things you can see right here is that a lot of the neighborhoods have, like, I guess you could call them a cul-de-sac, but I mean, really there's some of them that are larger, like a actual circle. And so just some really neat things here in this particular neighborhood. There's actually a village green. We'll drive by and show you a picture of that on the way out. But like I say, just some really neat stuff. Most of the houses in here were built in the 1990s, some in the 80s, 90s, some in the early 2000s, but you get an idea. So a lot of these houses are really well established, have a lot of character to them, and it's a very desirable neighborhood for folks to get in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to duck under the tree here, the magnolia tree, and I'm going to walk down into the front yard here. Like I say, the house currently is on the market, and it's listed for we get under the tree first. There we go. The house is currently on the market. It's listed for $599,900. So right at that $600,000 mark. As you can see, you look out over the front yard here, and you can look down through the lot that's in front of it there as well, and just you can even see the steeple over there in one of the churches in Staunton. So just a really neat place. As I mentioned, it's currently listed for $599,900. It was built in 1988. It has 4 bedrooms and 4 baths. So the The square footage in the house is 3,734 square feet. But in addition to that, there's, of course, there's the main level and there's a basement as well. And in the basement, there's 266 square feet of space there that's unfinished as well. And the plumbing's roughed in, things like that. There's also a 500 square foot garage as well. So, but if you take the finished square foot of the house, the 3734, and you break that down, that's $161 a square foot. Now, in Staunton here, the average square foot per house right now price in where we're at right now in the market is $181 a square foot. So this is about $20 per square foot lower, and you're in a nice neighborhood here as well. The lot size is about a half an acre and a little less, 0.45. But like I say, some other neat things that come along with this particular property is you have lawn care and leaf care and snow removal. That's all included in your quarterly HOA fees. HOA fees are this particular property are $550. So you get all your yard mowed and your snow removed and your leaves removed, things like that, for $550 a quarter. Another cool thing about this particular property is it has 3 fireplaces, and so I guess you never find a place to not be warm in this particular house. So, but just kind of some really neat things, and like I say, just being out here, you can kind of listen and look back up behind and see things, and it just sits up next to the woods, and it's just really nice and peaceful and quiet, and some privacy here as well in some of these properties. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to take you over to another property now, which, matter of fact, you just sold 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to bring somebody along that you might have seen before. Who's going to tell you a little bit about that property. So we've moved about 3 minutes away from where we were in Baldwin Place, and we're actually out there. This particular property is really not in a neighborhood per se, and it's only about 7 minutes away from downtown Staunton, though. And so you're out in the country, and just kind of nice. And the last house we see, we're going to go further on out in the country and take a look at that, what you can get a little bit in the country about 15 minutes out. So, but that being said, this particular property, the reason I came here is actually because this was one of Leslie's listings, and it's right in that $600,000 ballpark as well. And as a matter of fact, she just sold it a couple weeks ago, and so I brought her here with me today, and I'm going to have her jump on over here and take over for me real quick, and I'll let her talk.
All right, so this is located right off of Spring Hill Road in Staunton, and we were able to sell this actually for $625,000. It was built in 2009, and it has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and 308 square feet that is finished with an unfinished garage space. It's almost 700 square feet. Does have a utility shed over here that they stored lawnmowers and snow blowers in and things like that. But it is a beautiful craftsman style house. It does have vaulted ceilings in it. It has 2 fireplaces, one of which is a beautiful see-through type of fireplace, some outdoor seating area in the front, that covered porch, and along with a patio in the back. But the other thing that's pretty cool about this property is it does have a cottage in the back that's unfinished, and they can finish that cottage off, the new buyers can, and they can use it as a B&B or as an auxiliary living space or a she shed, whatever they would like to use it for. So it's a pretty cool property. It is sitting on about 1.5 acres of land. That is a pretty cool feature to have out here on the edge of Staunton.
So, like Leslie said, she actually has worked with the folks here, and able to sell this property here recently. Now, the one thing she didn't tell you about it, though, which I'm going to brag on her here a little bit. The one thing she didn't tell you is when this house sold for $625,000, but when she originally listed it, she listed it $599,900, so right at that $600,000 mark. And so, but
they wanted it over that 6, but properly pricing your house is important.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we said. You know, right now the market is kind of it's in flux. It's changing a little bit. There's still multiple offers on some houses, and there were multiple offers on this particular property.
3 of us.
Yeah, but like I say, it's not like we were seeing in 2021 when it was like 10 offers. 2022. I'm sorry, yeah, and 2021. But like I say, so she listed it $599,900, and I remember she had a discussion with her sellers, and it was like, I think this is what it's going to do, because we want to create interest, and that's what we want to do. Leslie's been doing this for 18 years, and she's only 29. And so
I started as an infant.
That's right. And so, but like I say, making sure, that's what we want to do, and that's what she does, is making sure that as a seller you understand where to price your house, but not only where to price it, how to create interest in that house. And that's what she really did with this property. Absolutely. Had a lot of interest in the property. As a matter of fact, it sold in 7 days. And right now the average house in the market is well over, I believe it's over a month right now, is what it's sitting on the market here in the Staunton area. So, but like I say, when you're looking for a realtor, obviously I hope you're enjoying our videos and everything, but when you're looking for a realtor, look for somebody that's going to be square with you on things, and somebody that's going to tell you what you need to do, how to make your house look good too on the inside and things like that, because there really is a difference. There really is a difference.
Sometimes I'll pull a stager in to help me with the house. Otherwise, I've done this for so long and I know what it's going to take in order to make your house look good. Yeah. They did replace the carpet in the house because I told them you just got to do it. Yeah. They touched up some paint in it in order to prep it and get ready. So yeah, we can have that discussion if you're looking to sell your house.
Like I say, there's something about getting top dollar for your house, or getting even more than top dollar. And that's an important thing. So we're going to drive on a little further out into the country and show you some our last house of the day, and so we'll see you there in just a second. So we brought you out here to the house we told you to, about 14-15 minutes right outside, from downtown Staunton. And one of the best things about this particular neighborhood that we're in out here is the view of the mountains right over here. And if you look over my shoulder right here, you can see, there's just some absolutely amazing views here in this neighborhood. But like I say, we wanted to talk about the last house that you could purchase for around $600,000, and just a few things about the neighborhood before I tell you a little bit about the house. This particular neighborhood, as you can see, has large lots, which give you a lot of privacy here in where you live and in your house. Most of the houses in this neighborhood are between $400,000 and about $650,000. The house that you're looking at behind me is currently on the market. It's listed at $599,900, so right at that $600,000 mark. It was built in 1995. It's got 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. It has 3,747 feet of finished living space. It also has 220 feet below ground that is not finished, and it also has an 1,120 foot garage. As you can see, there's a separate garage on the side of the house as well. If you break that price down by square foot for the finished square foot, you're looking at about $160 a square foot. And as we said, the average price right now in Staunton for a house is $181 a square foot is what it's going for. So, but the kicker here in this particular property is there's 4.5 acres here. Okay, 4.5 acres that you have to go along with that. You can see behind me here, there's a lot of woods there, and that woods is where that land is. So it just makes it even more private. And as you can see, it's got some amazing views. The house itself has those big, large, beautiful Palladian windows, which are great for gathering light. And they got large vaulted ceilings inside as well. The great thing about the property too is the master bedroom and suite is on the main level as well. And there's a basement in the bottom that has a rec room as well. So, and it looks like we've even got a dog here as well. And but like I say, this is a great property. It really is. And with the views the way they are, just another example of what you can get in the Staunton area for about $600,000. So at the beginning of the video, I told you that if you hung around to the end of the video, you might get a surprise. And here it is, right behind us. You've got Remedy Burger.
Yum.
Yum, yum. Let me tell you, they have the remedy for all your hunger needs. They got some great burgers. I like the pure beef burger. You like which one?
I like the half and half, the beef and broccoli.
Beef and broccoli. I don't know. I haven't tried that one. I like the all beef one. She says it's really good. Just a really, really neat place downtown here to grab a bite to eat. Remedy Burger. If you're in town, I suggest you come on down here, grab a burger. One of the best tasting burgers around. You won't be sad you did. So, with that being said, I hope this video has helped you and given you an idea of what kind of home you can find here in the area for around $600,000 in Staunton. And we got everybody driving by right now down Main Street here. We got
Warming up for motorcycles.
That's right. But I hope the videos helped you and to get an idea of that. And whether you're looking to purchase in 9 days or 90 days, like we always say, just pick up the phone, give Leslie or I a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd be happy to help you make your move to Virginia's mountains and valleys and in towns like Staunton as smooth as possible. It's our honor to help folks, and we'd love to do that. So,
absolutely.
like I say, we're going to go back in and grab our burger again here. But other than that, like we always say at the end of every video, until the next time, we'll see you around town.